This morning and over the weekend, we got a number of PMI numbers out of China, out of Europe. A lot of them seem to be in contractionary mode, but the market here is opened about flat. What's going on?
Well, like you said, the PMIs for the most part were contractionary, but a lot of them beat consensus. In fact, in the UK, they beat consensus by 2 points. So while the numbers are generally bad, in Asia, Korea, China, Germany, Italy, the EMU, a lot of them were not as bad as they were expected to be. So we got a little bit of fluff out of that. Plus, I think the rally from Friday that came off of the EMU summit, I think it actually has a little bit of legs here. I think we gained some support levels that we might be able to hang on to going forward.
Be able to hang on to those levels even in a holiday shortened week where volumes are probably going to be a little bit lighter?
I think the real threat to those levels comes on Friday with the jobs day. I think that's where, after today, after we get the ESM number, which we probably just got, that will become the focus, and that will be where traders will look. And you don't really know whether it'll take that as good or bad, because that sometimes bad is good, depending on what they're thinking along the Fed.
Yeah, and I think the consensus number for jobs is about 90,000 to be added in June. Do you think we hit that? Where's your thought process on that?
I'm thinking we stay under 100,000, and I think that's second month in a row will be considered quite disastrous. The ADP number is expected to be under 100,000 also this month. So it's a real negative. Unless you see a blowout number, it's going to be, even if they got 130,000, it would be considered a negative, even though it will be above consensus, because it's just such a weak number. And that, August 1 is the next Fed meeting. Not that we're still thinking after the way last time turned out that they would get more aggressive, but if you saw a really weak number here, they might have to.
Okay, and do you think Operation Twist, the extension to the end of the year, if the number's okay, if it is under 100,000, 90,000, do you think that's going to be enough for the system for the remainder of the year?
Hard to say, because inflation is under control, which is one thing they want. Housing has seemed to have turned a corner. The last 4 or 5 housing numbers we've gotten have all been either on consensus or a little bit better than consensus, which that's something else the Fed had their eye on. So a couple of their goals are being met. Unemployment is part of their mandate, and it's not being satisfied yet, so there is a chance that they might want to do something. And we said last time it was probably the last chance before the election. Well, this really is the last gas station before you hit the desert, all right? So they can't really drive past this one if they're going to do something.
This market is
stock pickers market.
Stocks have rallied this year.
We're coming into a Monday where we're going to